It's another day. It's windy, like very windy, like 20 to 30. And I'm heading west more now, directly west towards Duluth. That's 125 miles. So I gotta do it in 2 days, which is good because this wind might just choke me today. Or it might not, because it's a south wind and it's coming on my side. If it just gets on my back a little bit, there's some stretches that are sort of northwesterly, so maybe I'll pick up good speed on those and struggle on others. But I won't know until I get out there and get going. I slept so good here, and the temperatures were right. I never was cold. It's that south wind brings a little warmer weather, but it's still cool, so it's nice. So I'm gonna go get some coffee at this gas station right here and get going.
Nothing like waiting a while to have that one first cup of coffee in the morning. I'm not sure how this crazy wind will affect my day's ride, so I load up on the nutty and sugar enhanced caffeine drink before taking off. My aim today is to ride about 50 miles and hope that the wind will ease up tomorrow so I can get to Duluth, Minnesota with a 70-mile day.
All right, I'm leaving Wakefield. Had a great night, great morning. I'm jacked up full of caffeine and I feel good. I just gotta at least do 50 miles because that'll set me up for a 70-mile day tomorrow to get to Duluth.
Once again, I'm on US Route 2 and on my last day in the state of Michigan and its Upper Peninsula after the 2 weeks and 1,000 miles it took me to ride from its very southeastern corner in Detroit to where I'm at now, just a few miles from Lake Superior in the Upper Peninsula. Before crossing into Wisconsin, I ride past the cities of Bessemer and Ironwood. Road construction in Bessemer made for a mostly open lane for me to ride on. The traffic barrels often allow me to slip inside the closed lane and have all this space for myself.
I'm getting through Ironwood and I've been really lucky. The wind's just on my left. As the road kind of snakes northwesterly, I'm either head on a little bit or a little bit tailwind, or sideways most of the time, like right now. And it's getting sunny. Beautiful day coming up.
The wind was not much of an issue today as my direction was towards the northwest and the wind was coming from the south. It actually pushed me at times, except towards the end of the day when I rode directly west and it was pushing hard on my left shoulder. My biggest hurdle today was when I crossed state lines and entered into Wisconsin, where the shoulder became very narrow, making me have to get on and off of it as the flow of traffic came along. There was a shoulder there, but it was made up of very coarse gravel, making it difficult to ride except at slow speeds. I make sure stop and take my windbreaker off so my orange shirt can help me be more noticeable to the drivers. Even though this seems inconvenient, I enjoy this type of challenge as it keeps me entertained, as long as it's not for a long period of time.
I'm back in Wisconsin roads with a very small shoulder, good in shape, but very narrow, and this gravel. So I'm going back and forth as I see him coming on my rearview mirror. And I gotta hold the bike with two hands today. The wind is swirling so much, especially when a truck is coming from ahead of me. It like just jerks my bike around from under me. I gotta really hang on. Gotta be really careful today. This wind's whipping me around. Insane how windy it is right now. It's on my left shoulder or on my tail. But it's like no joke, cranking. Like cranking.
I keep on trucking on this narrow shoulder, getting on and off of it until reaching the Bat River Reservation, where I get back to enjoying a white shoulder once again. This Native American reservation is made up of the Chippewa Native Americans, who are descendants of the northern Algonquian people who came from north of Lake Superior and Huron to establish tribes that could participate in the European fur trade during the colonization of the region.
It just will not let down. But I'm mostly having it on my side right now. I have it head on, but mostly on the side, swirling me around and or downwind. I've gone through some good stretches just hauling butt at 20 or so.
In short time, I'm in the city of Ashland and find the scenic and well-paved Tri-County Corridor Trail. I stop here and there checking out the sights and eventually run into Bayview Park and the Ashland Oredock, where I ride its length and take in the beauty of Lake Superior.
Woo. I just found a city trail right next to Lake Superior, and it's peaceful here. Wow, what a windy day. I've been lucky not to have it too much in my face, even though at times, but either way, it's jolting you around all day. You're battling it with your upper body a lot, your whole body, but more on your upper body.
Built in 1916 of concrete and steel, Ashland's Sioux Line Oredock measured at 900 feet until 1925, when its length was doubled. It was known as the largest concrete structure of its kind in the world, and along with 4 other docks in Ashland, it allowed for the shipping of iron ore from mines in the Upper Peninsula and northeastern Wisconsin to steel-producing plants in the eastern end of the Great Lakes. The iron ore came to the dock by rail, where it was first dumped into 300 storage pockets under the dock and then transferred by way of chutes into the boats. It was abandoned in 1965, and after much controversy regarding its historical value against the potential for injury from its deterioration, it was demolished by 2013 and turned into public space and fishing pier with only its concrete base left behind.
I gotta make a decision right now whether to continue on towards Duluth after the 50 miles I've done today. But it's no longer going north on the south wind. It's gonna be riding right into it, and I really don't know where I would stop. I don't see anything between here and Duluth, and if I spend the night here, I'll have a less wind tomorrow and a 70-mile day that I can pull through. So it is absolutely honking out here. This is where some local knowledge would be good. I gotta see if I can ask some people. There's a campground here. Hi. And I was wondering if there's any campgrounds between here and there. It's another campground, 4.5 miles closer to Duluth. It'll make my day 58 miles and set me up for a 70-mile day tomorrow. So I'm gonna go find this campground and go chill out, get some more rest. It's sort of early, but oh well. I made it to the west end of Ashland and this insane campground. I asked those people back by the water in that other campground, and they said that there was another one. I looked it up and there's no one here. There's one tenter and 2 RVs like on the other end. Super quiet, winds blowing, and it's kind of protected here, so it'll be really nice and shady because I'm kind of finishing my day early. There's nothing to do out there but me climbing wind for what, another 10 miles, and there's nothing between here and Duluth that I could find, and I've asked and they said the same thing. So I'm 3:30. It's like an early day. I'm over here at the RV like spots where I got some tent spot down there. It's cheaper, like half, and I just came in here to charge my battery, so I got all my power bars and stuff in the back, so I got the bike there to give it shade so the batteries don't get hot. And I'm just hanging here watching the wind. It's crazy.